Good morning, Matthew. It is Thursday, January 24th, and I can actually say good morning because it's not even noon yet, because I get done at class at 11 on Thursdays, and then I don't have class again until 4. As you can see, I am in a different room right now because Victoria is still asleep because she doesn't have class till 3:30 on Thursdays. So I'm actually in one of our study rooms down in the basement of my building, so the lighting in here is very different. And as you can see, my lovely face is breaking out, so acne sucks. Today I want to talk about something that keeps happening to me. So last Friday, as you know, I took the bus to Harrisburg from State College to go home to get my car to visit you at LVC in Annville. Whew, that was a lot of prepositions. So as I was getting on the bus, I saw my friend Greg from swing dancing, and we decided to sit together, and we ended up talking the whole way back to Harrisburg from State College, so that was fun. And I met him last year, freshman year, through my friend Kellen, who I met. Kellen and I sat beside each other in English, and then I saw her at swing dancing club one night, and I was like, oh my gosh, we have English together, so now we're actually pretty good friends. And then she brought Greg with her to swing dancing one night, second semester, so I met him there. And then earlier this semester, Greg and I have a mutual friend who's in fencing club with me, so she brought him to fencing club, and now he's in fencing, and we're becoming better friends. We were talking on the way to Harrisburg, and it turns out that his girlfriend is Catherine Miller, who you and I both know from honors choir, which is very strange. So it's just like full circle, everyone knows each other, and this is what keeps happening to me, is that I keep meeting people who know people that I know, like directly. Like, it's not 6 degrees of separation, it's 2. It's like me, and then a person, and then the person I just met. And this happened last night at my dynamics tutoring session, and I'm actually going to lunch with this guy later today, and his name is Mike. And I met him last week. I felt social, so I was introducing myself to all of the people I was sitting near in my dynamics class. It was a weird day. I don't normally feel that social, but I figured, hey, might as well meet all the other aerospace people now, because we're gonna have all of our classes together next semester. So I introduced myself to this guy, Mike, who was sitting on my other side because I got there late, and we ended up being in the same math class too. So we're in 2 classes together, and then last night at tutoring, he came over and sat beside me, and we were talking, and I was like, oh yeah, like, I live in West. My friend Carrie was there too. She actually lives right beside me. If I was in my room, she would be on that side. I was talking about how Carrie and I lived in West, and he was like, oh yeah, I know a girl that lives in West. And I was like, well, I live in E-House, like, I'm not gonna know everyone who lives in West. And he was like, oh no, she lives in E-House too. And I was like, well, then there's like a slight chance that I might know her if she's a sophomore. And he was like, oh yeah, her name's Victoria. And I was like, Victoria Days? And he's like, yeah, do you know her? And I was like, she's my roommate. And so it's like, it's a small world after all. I wrote that on Catherine's wall on Facebook when I found out that Greg was her boyfriend. So this is the thing that keeps happening to me. I just keep meeting people who know people. Turns out that Mike and Victoria had English together last year, so they actually like do know each other. And so we call him English Mike. It's funny because Victoria met like 6 Mikes last year, so we had like whichever class they were in, that was like, we had like math Mike and English Mike and physics Mike. I feel like this just keeps happening as I get older. I'm just meeting more and more people, so the odds are that they're going to know somebody that I know. It's just very strange that it just keeps happening. It's like every week I meet someone who knows someone that I know, that I'm friends with, and it's just a big circle. And you know, thinking that there's 44,000 undergraduates on this campus, that you wouldn't know as many people as I do, that I do. So it's weird. And then there's the girl who goes to LVC who went to high school with Victoria, so that's just weird. Also, my hair is down. Yes, I know. It's because it's so freaking cold in State College that I always have to wear my hat when I walk to class, and I don't want to look bald, so I wear my hair down. So happy Thursday, and I hope you have a splendorificus weekend, and I will see you on Tuesday. Bye, Matt. The heat is turning on.